Congratulations.
And we're live.
And we're live.
All right, let's do this. Yes, good.
Ready.
October minutes. Look good. Motion to
I think that motion, they're good.
second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Yes, good. All right. Cool. Mural shield, Kyle.
Yes, so I think we talked about this before, but they had done pretty much the whole main part of the tunnel, but the sides have not been done. They ran out of mural shield. So I guess the question is, do you want to go ahead and look into ordering more? Because we're going to be doing the South Donaghy murals at some point. So is that something that you all want to look into?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So I will check with Felicia on that and see about ordering more. I know it was very expensive and they charged us like $100 fee because it's a hazardous material.
$10 a square foot, I think.
Do we have somewhere we can store it?
Physical plant, yeah, they'll keep it over there.
So yeah, let's buy a bunch.
Yeah, so I'm kind of wondering, is it a better deal if we buy like lots more?
I think they give you like $5 off if you buy the big giant 5-gallon thing as opposed to 1 gallon. It wasn't really much of a deal at all.
Okay, all right.
But we might need to pass another ordinance because I know we did an ordinance for this originally.
Okay.
To purchase
Yeah,
it?
to purchase it.
Oh,
So
okay.
let me check with Felicia and see what the deal is with that. But we might need to do a new ordinance if we're going to be spending more. I think we might have a tiny bit of money left from the original one, so we can spend all that. That's already good to go.
Nice.
But if we exceed that, then we would have to probably do a new one. But I'll check with her and let you all know.
And it's for the mural shield and.
And the anti-graffiti coating. So yeah, we would need both. And the mural shield should be good for like 7 to 10 years, but the graffiti coating will have to come off every time somebody vandalizes it, and then you got to reapply it.
Cool. And did they patch or touch up something before we applied?
What was that?
We haven't applied any yet, have we?
No, we have. We've applied it now.
Okay, so
Yeah,
it's
so it's
there.
it's sealed and good to go for that main part of the tunnel.
Excellent. All right, Tiny Toads.
Yes. So met with Calvin a few weeks ago, and we walked through all the sites and looked at where we want to put them. I think for the toad in Simon Park, we're most likely going to put that right by the train caboose that's over there. We're still ironing out a couple things with a few property owners. I actually met with the director of the Faulkner County Museum today, so that one's probably going to go in that flower bed area that they have right out front there. And they have 2 other sculptures already there, so we're also looking at potentially putting it in that middle area in between the other 2. So hopefully we're just about there. Calvin has finished everything and they're all ready to roll. We're also looking at putting some of them up on like a little concrete pedestal just so they're not sitting way down on the ground where you can't see them. So we're checking on that as well. And we would, I guess the mayor's office would cover the cost for that, so it wouldn't be anything extra out of you all's budget. That's pretty much it for Tiny Toads right now. We're just waiting to get them installed.
Gotcha. And who's installing them?
So it'll be, well, if we do the pedestals, the pedestal guy will be coordinating with Calvin, but Calvin is going to be handling the actual installation of the toads.
Cool.
So that should be pretty much it for that right now.
Awesome. Poetry project.
Waiting for city council, so we are for sure on
So
December.
it'll be December 13th is the next meeting. Let me, again, check with Felicia and make sure you're actually on there. Because that will be the only meeting in the whole month of December. There won't be one at the end of the month. And the deadline for that, I believe, is December 6th.
Yeah,
So,
can we just go ahead and get on that
Yeah.
so we don't?
so I will email her and see what we need to do to get on there because she generally handles putting together the agenda for that.
Okay, and then the chart that I had sent, have you guys been able to plug in your information into that, or do I need to try to?
Which one specifically?
So there were the photos we had talked about where James had mentioned he could probably pull those from the websites as opposed to having to go physically take photos.
Let me check with him.
And then we had talked about you all checking on the UCA planetarium one.
Okay, for the planetarium, so we don't know at all whether they're cool with it or nobody's reached out?
Correct, no,
Okay.
I did Reynolds and the library.
Okay, so UCA Planetarium, do we have a contact person for that? Is it just whoever's on their website?
I don't.
Okay.
I know with Reynolds, I talked with Amanda Horton, who's in charge of public appearances, and then she ran it by the dean of fine arts, I believe, and so the two of them made the decision for that. So I'm assuming if we could probably talk with the science
Yeah,
Dean
whoever's in
first,
charge of
or-
that
I have
meeting.
no idea who's in charge. Anyone?
I can ask the facilities people, that's in charge of all the buildings and facilities maintenance. You can ask them.
Okay,
who
yeah, that would be good.
contact.
And I'll check with James too and see if he's heard anything.
Okay.
I don't think that he's reached out to them either, but I'll see if he knows of a contact or
Okay.
anyone that we can.
And then are we
Sorry.
cleared with, I know James was meeting with that group with parks and streets and everybody, are they all good with the other placements?
Like the ones that we were gonna do down on the crosswalks and stuff like that?
Well, in the parks and all the other ones.
Yeah, so I think all those ones, from what I've heard, it's
Okay,
good to
so
go.
they're good to go after we get city, okay, cool. Yes, so I have emailed Silver Lake, I've started conversing with them about getting started on the design process, so we're working on that. So hopefully as soon as city council approves, and then we know whether or not they're going to fund the additional money or not, we'll be able to start. I don't know, I'm not sure when city planning would be able, when city facilities or whoever installs the signs.
I would imagine it would be January at the earliest. I would
Right,
think,
yes,
yeah.
because of the holidays, but
Yeah.
I didn't know if they had like, some people
So
are
they
months out
said
and
that
some
they
people
do
are-
have the signs already in stock, so they would not have to order them if we're just using the standard 12 by
Okay.
18. So that would be good.
Awesome.
They can just go ahead and run them through the machine and get everything printed pretty quickly, I believe.
It's very cool that we can at least hit the ground running with some.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Sounds good,
Do we want to do any kind of fun, not event?
yes.
Event.
I think we had talked about trying to do that in April during Poetry Month.
Yes, okay.
Because I'm assuming, especially if we do the murals, I'm assuming just with the history of how long it's taken the process so far, it's gonna continue to take us longer than we anticipated. So I assume if we aimed for April, everything should be done. And then we would have time to do press release and Silver Lake is working on the booklet that will also have information and all of that in it. So yes, I would love to do an event at one of the locations and then we could hand out the booklets about the other locations.
And do we need to go to the city council meeting?
Unless you're gonna be asking for extra funds, then probably not.
I am going, so if anybody wants to come, that's great, but
Which one?
to the one in December
13th?
13th.
Maybe. I check my calendar.
It's getting to be that time of year.
Things get married next week.
Okay, cool.
That's crazy. Okay, that's what we got.
And once we have all the graphics and all the stuff, then it'll go back to city council, right?
Yeah.
No.
So once everything's approved, it's good to go.
Gotcha,
Because right, they'll be given the chart with the poems,
gotcha.
the locations, and the mediums that we're suggesting. And so they'll approve that, and after that, so I mean, likely that will be in January. I will no longer be on this board, but I can, if y'all wanted to approve the designs, I could send them to you and y'all could look at them and.
Check them out. I don't think we need approve, I don't know. We'll
It'd be
figure it out.
nice to see them, but
Yeah.
I don't need to prove, no, it's not gonna be anything radically.
Right.
You good?
Okay.
Cool. I forgot where this one left off, the South Donaghy under.
I think we had
Murals.
agreed, or you all had talked about what parameters you wanted last time. Is there anything else?
Because we had said nature themed mural submissions open to local teams of artists, $10 a square foot. Digital and paper submissions.
So I think the big thing will be just trying to get the mural shield ordered before we start doing it. So we, as soon as they're finished, we can go ahead and put that
Yeah,
right on
right-
top of
right
it
behind
before
it.
anybody comes
Just
up
follow
there and starts tagging them or anything like that. So that would be ideal, is to go ahead and have the stuff ordered, ready to go, and then we can just put it up as soon as this project is finished.
We're gonna do any kind of event with it, of either watching them paint or after they get done painting, kind of, you know.
I think you could do something like last time
Mhm.
where they had the little
Yeah.
event for the inauguration.
There's a parking lot across the street from it, isn't there? Or next to it, or I can't quite remember what's there. There's the little bridge, there's the underpass, there's a bridge. Is there?
There's kind of like a big area that's all torn up, at least the last time
Okay.
I was there, but I haven't been there
Yeah, I
in
haven't been
several
there in a long
months, so
time.
they might have changed some stuff by now.
I was wondering if we had an event, I don't know where you park.
Yeah.
I hope there's something, I think it's,
Something,
I wanna
yeah,
do it,
or
but
at least social media
yeah,
or something.
yeah. Well, see what's built.
I think there is some sort of small lot not too far from there where the trail currently ends, I believe, but I don't think it has that many spaces, maybe like 15 parking spaces. I think it's pretty small.
See how it goes.
Let me see if I can look it up.
The real parking is like, right off South German, because they just put that in there, so.
Let's see, here, I'm gonna see if I can tell on
And you're
Google.
working on the RFP for it, right?
Yes, but it will definitely be well into next year.
Gotcha.
Okay, let's see, South Donaghy. Okay, yes, there is a parking lot not too far from there. There's some neighborhoods right over here, there's a little lot. So the trail currently stops here, there's a parking lot right there.
Okay, cool.
So that's not too far, that's maybe, I don't know,
Good.
1,500 feet or so from where the new part is. So I think people could just park there and walk.
Nice, yeah, let's do that one at the other tunnel at Prince Street was really good.
Yeah, I thought there was a really good turnout for
I
that.
mean, we needed barbecue, but
We had cookies and
cookies and
Cool. All right, any additional business?
yeah, I have a huge issue.
Oh, no.
No.
Yeah.
I got nothing.
Going back to Poetry Project, I'm trying to remember, it's because it's been a while since we initially talked about the transferring of funds. So if I remember correctly, once City Council approves, then they will write a check to Blackbird Arts Collective and we will purchase all the things and divvy it, like do all the things, right? Kind of like how Jessica did.
that's my understanding.
Okay, I just want to make sure we're on the same page. So, okay, cool.
Good.
Cool. Fastest meeting ever.
Biggest meeting ever.
Let's do it.
Power meeting.
Close it, thank you.
You're gonna make your 6 o'clock.
Well,
I can't believe it. I'm gonna
Good night.
Gotta close it out.
Oh, yeah.